Thank you, Alicia. I'm also very blessed to have you as my friend. And thank you all for coming. So the first poem is called To You, June 2, 2014. In the beginning, we were content with swimming in pool waters. Filters and pre-designed measurements were comforts for the ticking soap bubbles given to us. Yet with each breaststroke, curiosity whispered valor into our days, to try foreign sands and shed off skins like sea snakes. So we followed as we were led by each other's promises, reaching the place beyond the coral reef, skeletons that shimmer like broken church windows, to where the earth split into a secret pit. We dipped our faces into pulsing water, looked hard and tender into the azure black, and found a swan song slithering into our ears.
Nice.
And the next one I want to read, it actually has Hanja characters, which is Korean reading of Chinese characters, interspersing the poem. So I'll use like bits of paper or signs to show more or less where they show up in the poem. So it's called Creation Story. And excuse me if I like fumble with the paper or anything like that. Creation Story. Bear, and Ho, tiger paw, pray, be inhuman, no more. Claw, hair, scratching spine, no hair deep into jugular. Saccharine berries, unbidden, untrodden, or purpose, licked with light puddle of shake, eyes, pity. Hwanung, Prometheus sky, eat garlic cloves and mugworts, drink cave night without 100 moons. Chime of lesson, she, time. Ho, tiger, lust, mane of plumed sun, too long, any long, lost home. Bear, wine. Just little more. He, morn. Hwanung, lighting sky, weave day, keep her promise. Ungnya, woman, outside, no umber pelt to cover, plum blush. Hwanung, son of clouds, loves her in cocoon, silk. Pangs, miracles, constellations go missing. Re, children, forget father, mother, their sheep minds will green. Hair, burn, many siblings on steel walls. Thank you. Memento Mori. I stepped into Huachacos airport knowing I will die. There are checkpoints where I land, the flying steel wing, the drug scanner for which I open my arms like a bird, the worm line in front of the immigration box. Breadcrumbs spill from my head as if they were salt. Together, they weigh over 50 pounds. A foreign face greets me, welcome to the US. Trujillo begins to die an astral death, and its sandy hands have started to bury me. But I embrace the new land beneath my feet, because I know that it was love that kills and will kill again, to resuscitate those who have died, me included. Love that buds from a compost of yellow leaves, love that returns to dust. An astral death. Sister, I realize we have been time travelers for a while now. We started on the plane to Grand Rapids when we touched the edge of 10 p.m. EST. We were nibbling on peanuts. You pointed at the mouth of God, his teeth sparkling against the endless cavern. You said we were ants, frozen on an indigo wave looming over us. We were said every time we move forward. The newspaper reads that we have not yet passed away into posterity, meaning But Pluto hasn't caught a glimpse of our hardened carbon fist shattering yet. So here we lie. Truth rubs the morning glory bruises on our chests. The purples will finish blooming far from their picture frames, those we once called home. Doppelganger. I invite some people for tea time. People I have met at crossroads with fairies buried under. They all accept the bait. The child knocks on my door first. She tells me she has found holy enlightenment in pill bugs she has collected in the backyard. She asks me politely for milk to dump them in. The teen follows and demands cream soda. Make sure there are no guys in the room. She believes in a man-made world, not men. Just water, please, for the poor college student who lives nestled in books from which she read love is but currency to buy love's object. And strong breakfast tea for the grown-up who likes to take it at night and endure the twitching of her neurons universe. We all lift our drinks, eyeing the size of each other's hands, fascinated. We press the rims of our toy cups onto our feverish lips. The temperature of our bodies rise along like mist. The liquids trickle into our throats with stories of each other, and we are so glad we have finally properly met. Finally, only one will live alive. She returns to the hills of chestnut trees where her mother birthed her from one spiny burr. At the mall, her cousins tell her that the 500 won melon ice cream is now 1,000. Their grandmother, with a cigarette lighted by the sun between her fingers, offers them Rombus peppermint candies, but they prefer American Kit Kats. She returns to a town that knew her for the lifetime of a wandering mutt, where childhood friends left or replaced her with memories of her. The beach port still sells green fishing line tied to a plank of wood with a bag of coquina clams. Only a different set of brown hands, only new waves serenading the sunset until she drowns. She returns to her room filled with books. She will leave at the orphanage store in a basket because the state tells her this is not her home. During winter, a squirrel visits her veranda for the breadcrumbs that fall under her table. She invites it in, but its whiskers tingle with distrust. Surely, she will return to that mold of clay she came from. A pillar of fire will throw his arms out to meet her, his prodigal daughter. He'll kiss her palms and slip hot ruby rings onto her toes. She'll drink deep his dark breath as she burrows her face on his neck. Confess to him there had always been a faceless layer of vacuum between the familiar and the unknown everywhere she had gone, but not here. She'll pray to him, not here. Trickster. I was robbed of the fire I kept in my hair. I let him cut the manic strands loose. He gave it to his new love, left me with pearl remains of snow. Drop, drop, drop. I sought him at the edges of this world, where the East and West never met. The wise old advise we don't dreaming languages, only prophesy. The glossy sallow is not a slender word, but it was still wind-cut home. It will still chirp last on the red fox's tongue. Dear sense, how I long for him to nibble my earlobe and slur again. Hey, don't words make you want to believe? My heart shivers. Minute icicles prickle in, but shake off at each hiccup. No. Yes. No. Yes. And this is the last poem.
Pick up the mic just here.
Out. Let's leave the stranger's house. Knock out the fences on the way. They keep others out to keep us in, and no one could get anywhere. How about we meet at the edge of the universe instead? The prayers of children gossip of this place, where the peach blossoms spill their hair on the mango tree's neck. where the seas of one flesh with the sand, and lighthouses are but moon and sun. I promise you everything. I hear that everyone there talks in tangled tongues of flames, that every important papers are only used to fold airplanes. So let's leave the stranger's house, play Hamlet's flute and spirit everyone away, to the edge of the universe, to that place without name. Thank you for listening.